that a good, patient game by your team to just play the game the way it's supposed to be played and, get your chances when you get them and come out with it with a win?
I mean, I thought we had a lot of chances and chances throughout the game. Certainly early we had chances as well. Tage had a number, Tuck had some. I thought that we played, what I thought is we responded very well when we gave up the penalty kill goal against. I think we were frustrated on the call originally, and then frustrated even more that it went in the net, and we funneled it the right way. We elevated our compete instantly and got a goal within a minute later. So I felt we had a level of patience to start. I thought we could have been much more aggressive to start. I thought, possibly we gave the group on the other side a little bit too much respect at times, but not after that frustration. And I love the compete from that point in the way we elevated.
After the 2-1 goal, was it the very next shift that you saw that they responded the right way? Was the language? Was it what you saw on the bench? What did you know?
I saw it even when the penalty was called. The guys were to another level of finally being pissed off, to be honest with you, and we were in a groove. We just needed that next level of determination, that next level of conviction. To that point, like I said, I think as Paul mentioned, we were fairly steady, and if the very least traded chances, and that's a tough team to generate chances against. Just look at the data, and we generated chances through the whole game. I just thought we needed a little bit more jam and compete, and that I think that it incited us a bit.
John, is this the level of poise and maybe composure that you were hoping or expecting to see from this team? The way it's played in consistency, the way it's played this three-game stretch and winning 3 games.
Well, I think it's. I mean, there's always growth, so I'm not sure what you're.
I guess the carryover that you were hoping to see from some of the tight games that you had lost previously in past weeks. Is this the carryover?
If you look up our numbers, John, just in leading after the second period in the NHL, just look that up for the last 2 years. I think we're one of the top 3 teams in the NHL. So we've had no trouble when we're leading in a game. And tonight, I know we weren't, but we've been a very good hockey team with a lead, and specifically with a lead after 2 periods. I don't know that we lost a game in the last 2 years in that situation. So we've had that type of maturity. But yeah, it was another good game where you had to battle, and I thought being down a goal really had to battle and elevated. But I think we've played mature in spurts, I guess, might be the answer to you. We want those spurts to be more consistent overall, I guess, would be the.
Coach, talk about the defensive efforts tonight. The team is 12th in the league now in defense. Talk about that.
Well, the penalty kill is a good example. Blocking shots, willing to do what it takes. When we have breakdowns, there's usually another layer or 2 you have to go through, or a mess is cleaned up pretty quick. And then obviously Upi's a big part of all of anything on the defensive side. His play and his performances, he's elevated tremendously. He's grown and matured tremendously as an NHL goaltender. We knew that was the potential, and short potential based on his age, and he's a big part of that.
You got Owen back tonight. He gets a goal. How did you feel about his performance first game back?
Incredible. I thought he was great. He played 20-plus minutes, scored a goal, but he was really good all the way through. And you sometimes when a guy's out, you don't see him and you miss him. And I can tell you on the bench, there were lots of moments today where like, "Ooh, is it nice to have him in the lineup?"
Yeah, you think the play that Peyton made to set him up on that goal?
Peyton is seeing things and feeling the game, feeling things much better and what a play. And Benson made the play to start. Benson turned through a puck. It was deflected off a stick, but he created a loose puck that we could get back on top of or get possession, and it breaks coverage in a man-on-man system. So, Benson made the play to break coverage, and you saw, then he drives the net, and you see 3 Carolina players looking for their man-on-man because coverage is broken. They don't know if they're on offense or defense, and 3 of them go to Benson, and that opened up Owen Power, and it made it easy, and Krebsy made it look easy. But two great plays by Zach Benson, or that doesn't happen. So, and Krebsy and Owen knew how to take advantage of that.
Casey had said that on his shot, on the shootout shot, he basically stole from Owen Power. He goes, he saw what Owen did, and then he knew what he had to do off that move. And is that kind of the way he studies the game? He just kind of processes it like that? I mean, he kind of went to school on Owen's shot?
Yeah, and he's talented, so he can pick his spot pretty well. But that's nice to hear. You only you hope that as coaches they're watching and paying attention like that. And we have lots of guys that are pretty intuitive in that regard. So Casey being one of them.
I know with Rasmus comes managing workload and how much he wants to play, and you know he can serve those minutes. But what is it like to see how aggressive and productive he is with this type of workload?
You have concern on the coaching side. How much can you play him? We watch in between shifts his recovery. Obviously, we're putting him back out there, and sometimes he's not fully recovered. It's amazing. I mean, he's amazing. He's never not giving you everything he has. He's emptying the tank every shift. And that's impressive, and that's what the rest of our crew and gang and guys need to see. I think he's a great role model for the entire group of how to play and give everything you have at a very highly competitive level. I mean, he is ultra competitive, physical and gritty, and does it every single shift. So, yeah, it is. You're trying to gauge it. A work to rest ratio, but he's been great for us.
Coach, you talk about performance and urgency. Talk about Casey's performance this season and how being the top scorer and what he did tonight.
Yeah, he's been consistent the whole year. So very, very consistent. He obviously, we've shifted Cousin to the wing as Krebs has moved up, and he's really provided scoring depth for us. And he's now, we're seeing this growth, but we're starting to see teams, match up differently against him as well.
Jeff so effective tonight, even beyond the goal? I mean, it was his most active game, I would say, in a long time.
Active, you hit it right there. What made him so effective? He was active. He was aggressive, assertive, hunting pucks, on pucks. So, yeah, I mean, when he's engaged and emotionally engaged, you see how talented he is, and he was today.
Aho usually gives you guys some problems. You were able to keep him off the scoreboard today. Anything special or that you did against him?
Aho gives everybody problems, but I'd like to think we played our game, and that's the hope. Keep good players to the outside as much as you can, and double team them where you can. And I thought we did that, several times. But he's not an easy guy to keep off the board.
How much did that shootout performance from Luukkonen just show you how confident he is at this point? It's just been building, it seems like, for him.
Yeah, the first shot for me was against a player he knows very well in Aho, an elite shooter, and the presence that he had in the net, and obviously Svechnikov and Teravainen, some very talented players coming in, and he held his ground. So body language was significant and nice to see, and comforting to see how confident he looked. Thank you.